Shalom, or praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha, Quadash. The honors to the elect, apostles, bishops, elders at Great Millstone, every well. Shalom, Telek, Akyat, out there doing this work in sincerity and truth, and not for vain glory, in season, out of season. Shalom, Telek, men, women, sons, and daughters of the elect of the nation of Israel, which are the men, women, sons, and daughters of the elect of you so-called negroes, West Indian Haitians, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Hispanics, scattered through the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect of you. Let me bring this out. This is Matthew, the 24th chapter, and the 13th verse. Okay, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right, it says, but he is talking about the elect men. All right, that shall endure until the end. The end of what? The end of Esau's society. The end of who's Esau, the so-called white man. Okay. The end of his rulership, the end of his kingdom. And we're going to have to endure, well, the elect is going to have to endure all the things that Esau is going to put out here, which is really from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay. You know, the concentration camps, the mark of the beast, you know, which is the sea hip. You know, the elect is going to have to endure all that. You know, loss of family members, loss of father or mother, loss of children, sons and daughters that you have had. You know what I'm saying? That you have. You know, so we're going to have to endure all this. The elect is going to have to endure all this, you know. But the main thing that they're going to have to endure is the mark of the beast, which is the sea hip. Okay? All right? That's the main thing. Okay, so the elect has to endure all this. Okay? You know, and then the elect is going to be saved for enduring all the things that's going to come upon this earth. All right. Okay. All the things that's going to come upon this earth, and Esau, which is a so-called white man's rulership. All right. You know, and the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. You know, so. You know, if the earth is given in the hand of the wicked, well, the wicked is going to do the wicked things. You know, they're not going to do righteous things. You know. So this is what the elect is going to have to endure. And, you know, guys that left the truth, you know, brothers that we had love for, you know, and they left this truth. You know, they didn't endure it to the end. You know what I'm saying? You know? And like the elder from South Carolina said, you know, even if you do get kicked out, you know, if you go off for whatever reason, you know, then you're supposed to still do this work, yo. So that's still enduring unto the end, you know? You know, so if a particular individual gets kicked out of the camp, you know, whether he's going off or, hey, maybe it may be misunderstanding, you know, just like the elder from South Carolina said, you still have to endure it, and you still have to go and do the work, you know. And the elder, you know, from Dallas said the same thing. You know, Salakia, you know, the names have to come back to me, you know, Salakia. I know who these elders are. It's just, I forget the names a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you still have to endure, and you still have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? So because remember, you know, we're in our hell, man. We're not in the kingdom of heaven yet. So we gotta endure this. We gotta endure the RFID chip, the elect. We gotta endure not taking it. We have to endure our family forsaking us, because they're part of this world. We have to endure our so-called wives, taking the RFID chip, you know what I'm saying? Like the Apostle Tahara said, hey, listen, your woman can get your kids chipped and you don't even know it. Of course, we don't wish that on any brother that's in the truth, but hey, listen, that could be something that you have to endure. That can be something that you have to go through. So we have to endure this hell that we're in. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta endure all this, yo. We have to endure all the things that Esau, the so-called white man, the gefilte fish eaters, because they're in control, the grandson of Esau, Amalek, we have to endure all of what the hell they're going to put down upon us, man. Upon the elect, I should say. Okay? And then we're going to be saved at the end of it. All right? Let's go to another scripture. Okay. Yeah, I can pause it. It's in the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 4th chapter and the 20th. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, the 4th chapter and the 20th verse. Okay. It says, let me see. Ecclesiastes, 4th chapter, 28th verse. Book of Ecclesiasticus, 4th chapter and the 20th verse. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh shall fight for thee. So Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. It says strive for the truth unto death. So we have to endure all this, yo. The scriptures tell you, man, some of us gonna be beheaded, and some of the elect is gonna be beheaded, I should say. And hey, listen, if that's your lot, if that pleases Yahweh Bahashim Habashai, hey man, just so be it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Strive for the truth unto death. Some of the elect are going to put to death in them concentration camps. And all the prophets can do is just preach the word, yo. And the believers will get it. The true believers will get it. The elect will get it. And the non-elect, they won't get it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, this is a life and death. This is a life and death situation, yo. Your lives depend on it. But the elect is gonna get it. And that's a beautiful thing. So this is serious business. All right. Let me see. Okay, I paused it again and I looked it up. Scripture I wanted to get is Revelations, 20th chapter and the 4th verse. All right, it says, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded." Beheaded. Okay. "For the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh Shai. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, which are the Israelites, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh." You know, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast. Okay. Beast is EU and NATO. NATO and the EU. Neither his image, which is this man's system, which is Esau's system, which his system is, them that's gonna take this, because he's gonna bring in the cashless society, but then eventually he's gonna bring in the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Neither his image, neither had received his mark, which is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years. Yeah, so, amen. So, we have to endure all this, yo. We got to endure being beheaded, some of us. Not all Israel, because the scriptures do say, them that don't die, so there's going to be, I'm saying it verbatim. You can go to the scripture, you can look it up yourself, and hey man, we got to endure all these things, the brothers that don't die and gotta go through this hell, of the image, which is Esau's system, which is gonna come into the mark of the beast, and the brothers and the few sisters who do die, that's beheaded in them concentration camps. We have to endure all this, yo. So this is a serious business, yo. This is serious business, yo. This is a no joke thing. This is serious, and Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai demands perfection from the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. All right. And we got to endure. The elect has to endure not taking the mark. Which we know the mark is the RFID chip. That Esau is going to bring out. All right. So, those who endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Yeah, bro. Yeah, like the Apostle Tahar's, it's the Apostle Tahar. The Apostle Paul. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. So, hey brothers, this is serious business. A few sisters, this is serious business. And hey, listen, the elect is gonna get through it, but we have to still push it out there. We still have to teach, your daily ministry. We have to do this work, man, because the sheep have to be fed daily. Okay. All right. It's like the Apostle Ramlab, And of course, the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Kabar, Apostle Rakar, the Apostle Ramla, the Bishop, Elder Sakaran. You know, we have to do our daily. We have to do our daily ministry. You know, this is no thing to, you know, mess around with. You know, we can't have the spirit of, you know, well, I'll do a video next week, or I'll do a video at the end of the week. No, our daily videos, daily feeding the sheep through sincerity and truth, and with all humbleness, you know. And Abaratazar, we, the elect, will endure to the end. And Abaratazar, you know, we almost out of here, yo. You know, Abaratazar. You know, we soon, hopefully, we'll be out of this motherfucking hellhole called this shithole country called America. The third world country called America. Because America is in a messed up position. You know what I'm saying? You know, their credit rating is low. All the heathen nations want to destroy America. And America is being, you know, you see, you know, the housing market, you know, and so forth. You know, everything is going up. Food is going up. You know, so America is really a third world country. You know, and so Apparatus, I hope you've been edified with that. Shalom.